Hello everyone. In today's video, I want to talk with you about anxiety and the subconscious mind. I want to share with you some examples how anxiety forms. Anxiety forms when something happens to us and we feel hopeless. We feel scared. We feel fear. We feel worried. So let me give you the first example. Imagine one child hears his parents shouting. The child hears his mom screaming. Plates that are broken. The child sees his father going to hurt his mom. In that moment, the child sees his mom scared, sees his mom in danger. In that moment, the child is not only worried for his mom, the child is worried about his life also. The child is worried about his life also because he's depending on his mom. In that moment, the child decides to run. The child decides to run outside, and outside is very windy, is a heavy rain, and it is dark. Now, in this moment, the child seeing all this, he gets even more scared. And now his body is reacting. His legs are trembling. His heart is beating fast. The child mind and body believes that what just happened in the house and what he saw outside is dangerous. The child believes that he's not safe. And the subconscious mind, the memory mind, the emotional mind records everything. All the situations, all the stimulus. Now, I will stop here and I will remind you of something. The subconscious mind job is to keep us safe, is to keep us alive. Okay? Now, back to the example. The second day, the child wakes up. The parents stop the fighting. Now the child feels calmer. He feels better seeing this. And he decides to go outside and play with other kids. After a while, a strong wind and heavy rain starts. The child feels anxious, feels scared in that moment. In that moment, the child doesn't know what to do. To run away back to the house, to go under a tree, to keep playing. The child doesn't know why he feels like this. He just feels the feeling of fear. But the fear didn't come out of the blue. The subconscious mind, the memory mind, the emotional mind store that information. And all the things from what happened the day before. And the subconscious mind associated the heavy rain and the wind with that situation, with the experience the day before. And now, the subconscious mind believes that the child is in danger. And when the subconscious mind thinks that the child is in danger, will make the child to feel the same way, feel scared. Now, the next day to school, the child hears his teacher shouting at one of his colleagues. The child again starts to feel scared. When the child sees this, he starts to feel scared again because the subconscious mind recorded the events that happened with his parents. The same child, after 1 week, hears a cup breaking in the kitchen. The subconscious mind, the memory mind, will make the child feel, how do you think? Yes, fear, scared. Now I have a very important question for you. Do you think that anxiety wanted to hurt that child? No. The subconscious mind, which I like to call the bodyguard mind, wants to protect the child, to protect the child from danger, from pain, from the pain that happened in the past. The subconscious mind cannot make the difference from what it is real and what we imagine. Now, a very important thing that I want to mention is that we might not be able consciously to remember all the things that happened to us since when we were small, but our subconscious mind does. Another example that I want to share with you, imagine one child has an infection and he has to have an operation. The child is the age of 2 or 3, let's say. He goes to the hospital, the mother goes with him. Now, the child has to be taken into the operation room, but the mother is not allowed there. The child feels scared. He doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to let his mom, but he has to go. Now, when this happens, the child's heart starts to beat very rapid. His mind starts to create these worst case scenarios. The child is thinking and imagining lots of worst case scenarios. What if my mom will leave me here? What if I don't see her again? What if these people will start to hurt me? The child now has to go, okay? And he goes. But when the child has to go again to the hospital to see a doctor, the child feels scared. The child feels anxious. He doesn't want to go because he has stored in the subconscious mind an unpleasant memory about going to hospitals. The child now doesn't want to go away from his mom. He refuses to go to school, to go to have sleepovers, to parties. Now the child has separation anxiety. Another example is, let's imagine the mother of a child gets sick. The mother has to have an operation. The child hears the parents and other family members talking about that operation the mother has to have. The child hears that the operation is dangerous and that the mother will have to stay away from him for 3 weeks. Now the child feels scared, is worrying about himself and the mother. The mother does the operation. She's back home. Now when she's home, the child doesn't want to go to school. He's afraid that if his mom will feel sick again, she will have to go again to the hospital. Again, we might not know. We might not remember all the things that happened to us. Why we feel fear. We might not remember bad experiences. We might not remember things that happened to us when we was the age of 1, let's say. What it is important is to understand that the way you feel is connected to a memory in your subconscious mind. Okay? Sometimes we might not remember and sometimes we will remember. But for this we will need to put the conscious mind, the thinking mind to work. To figure out, why do I feel scared? What happened to me? What made me feel like this in the past? Now, as I said, we cannot remember all the times what happened to us. But if you cannot remember, then there is only one thing that you can do. Is to accept that is just your anxiety. It's just your bodyguard who is trying to protect you. I hope this video makes sense to you. I hope that you now understand that anxiety is not the enemy and you can recover from anxiety. Thank you for watching the video. Bye.